What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full 100% accuracy Pokemon moves team. Alright, now I have been meaning to do this theme team. It's pretty interesting. So, this was for a Mystery Monday, which landed on Monday. Woohoo! So the only move that actually missed off that little list there was Smart Strike, which was introduced in this gen. Now, leave your favorite theme team suggestions in the comment section below. Go do it, guys. You may be picked for a Mystery Monday. Give me something cool. Have been really enjoying doing these like different move teams, that sort of thing. So maybe a little clue there for you. All right, let's get this one. This was a battle on my chat. If you guys want to battle me, you can go for it now. This battle was against Sir Higgins on my chat. We haven't had a good battle for a while, so it's yeah, it was a pretty close one. All right, we'll get to it anyway. So we have a Lipard lead here. I'm going to have a Magical Leaf set. Now, this was the Magical Leaf Toxic Spike. So all my attacking moves were this, the 100% accuracy moves. I did have some other things along with it too. All right, so he's going to send in his BJ machine. Not even going to ask why it's called that for. All right, anyways, so we have the Magical Leaf, Sleep Powder, Toxic Spikes, and I also have Growth on this set. Okay, so Guzzlord or BJ machine is going to get put to sleep. So no BJs for you. Now, the thing here was I couldn't really touch this thing at all because I had Growth. Most of the time, a Roserade would have like a Sludge Bomb or something like that. So I was hoping not showing off my whole set would make the Guzzlord eventually swap out here, and if I started setting up, that would be the idea there too. Okay, so we have the Lipard coming in here. That's going to swap into my Growth Magical Leaf with Technician too, so it's going to hit really, really hard, and that's going to one-shot it there with that one. So I know he's going to swap that back in if I use Growth again and use Encore, so I'm glad I got that out of the way. That would have been a big pain in the ass. Alright, so two Spookies going to come in here. I've got a boost up already. Now, I was worried that this could be a physical set with Sucker Punch, because that would really hurt. I went for the Magical Leaf anyway, because I thought I could live it kind of badly, but it's going to use the Pain Split there. Alright, now here I was thinking, well, it could use Sucker Punch now, so I could go for the Toxic Spikes and, start to play some mind games. So that's what I was thinking at this point in the game. Anyway, so setting up the Toxic Spikes here, I've got one layer of them up. Now, Spiritomb actually didn't turn out to be a physical. It was a special set with Dark Pulse. It could well be one of those Calm Mind variants there with Pain Split as the recovery. Okay, so not playing any more games. I wanted to get rid of this thing. So going for the Magical Leaf there. This team was actually very, very bulky too. There was a lot of bulky Pokemon on it. Alright, so Spiritomb is down. So very good start at the moment. Roserade is being MVP at the moment. Doing really, really well. Alright, so we have the Regigigas coming here. Now, there was, as I said, there was a lot of bulky Pokemon on this team. So I thought getting that second layer of Toxic Spikes up was going to be worth a lot more to me than using Magical Leaf on Regigigas, which was already poisoned anyway. Alright, so Regigigas is going to go for the knockoff there, and that's going to get rid of my Meadow Plate, which was powering up Magical Leaf there. Okay, so that was a brilliant start. I really got through a lot of the Pokemon there, and got my Toxic Spikes up too, which was nice. Alright, so swapping Escavalier, my favorite NU Pokemon, and we got on this set, it's a crazy set. It has Aerial Ace. I was trying to remember what the other moves are. Aerial Ace, Feint Attack, Smart Strike. I wanted to run that one. That was its main stab. I had Lychee Berry, Max Attack, and Max Health, I think, on this set. Okay, so Smart Strike obviously was its main stab there. Actually, a lot of times I actually got Aerial Ace, some surprise Aerial Ace kills, and Feint Attack kills too. Alright, so just continuing to go for the Smart Strike there. Regigigas isn't hitting like super duper hard because it still had slow start up, which is fine there. The Toxic is doing a nice little job there, getting rid of its health too. Alright, so it's going to have the Drain Punch, so Power Up Punch, Drain Punch set with knockoff, then it probably has like a normal type move there. Just for some coverage. So I crit there. Reginald's going to get back quite a bit more health than I thought, because I wanted to finish it off with the Feint Attack, but that's just going to miss out with the Toxic damage afterwards, but that's all good. Okay, so next turn the Regigigas is going to Feint. I'm going to be able to live whatever attack this thing throws at me. Even if it's a critical hit, I should be able to live it. Okay, so it doesn't really do too much. I can finish it off with a Feint Attack, and that's good. So we got 3 Pokemon down already, which was a very, very good start there. So I finished it off with a crit that totally mattered there. So down goes Regigigas. Alright, so we have the Slowking here, another bulky Pokemon. Like, you've got Guzzlord, you've got Spiritomb, you've got Regigigas, you've got Slowking. They're all super bulky Pokemon there. So once again, the Toxic Spikes were so handy here. Alright, so Slowking's going to go for the Scald here. This was pretty funny. I just tanked this one on 6 health. I'm able to pop the Lychee Berry here, get an attack boost, and I actually went for the Feint Attack here, and it does like loads of damage there, which is hilarious. It's already poisoned too there. I was guessing this thing had regenerated as well. That's... you know, there was another Pokemon that also had that, so I thought that would work there together. Okay, so Slowking is going to swap out, and the last Pokemon is the Tangela, another really super bulky defensive Pokemon. So, like, such a tanky team. It saved Liepard, I guess. Alright, so going for the Aerial Ace here. Even with the Lychee Berry, it doesn't do too much. Tangela's got absolutely amazing defenses with Everlight. Now, there's not really much for me to do here. I can just stay in and die and do some damage. I mean, it's already got very, very crap speed. There's no real point there, maybe except for a swap-in fodder later on. I didn't think it was much point. Okay, so going for another Aero Ace there, and that's going to be my Escavalier down to the Leech Seed from the Tangela. Okay, but I've revealed the whole team too, which is good, and some of their moves, which was what I wanted to do there too. So, there were a couple of options here. This Tangela really wasn't doing a lot of damage, so I could either set up on it, which I wanted to do, or just take it out. Decided to try and set up on it. Okay, so this Smeagol set, I've ran some similar Smeagol sets to this one before, but I wanted to make use of it, Magnet Bomb here. So I had Spore, I had Belly Drum on it, I had converting me into the Steel type, and I had Magnet Bomb as well, so I could get that Technician Stab Magnet Bomb. Alright, so I'm going to eat my Citrus Berry here. So many fucking berries. So I've recovered some of my health, which is nice. BJ Machine is still taking a snooze on the job. Anyway, so I'm going to set up my conversion here. I've become the Steel type. BJ's going to actually wake up, use the Draco Meter. Unfortunately, there, Smeagol doesn't have the bulk. Even though it's not very effective, it doesn't have the bulk to actually take a Draco Meteor there, and I'm going to go down. Damn, I could have gone for the Magnet Bomb there, just wouldn't really have done much, and I like to get the whole setup going before I attack. That's the big weakness with those sort of sets. I've done a lot of them. You really have to have a lot of time to set up, and a lot of the time it just doesn't have it. Alright, so sending in Meowchow here. I knew this would scare it off, but the moves really weren't super duper scary. This was an interesting set on this one. I had max attack and I had max special attack. I had Endure on this with Salac Berry. I had Vital Throw, which is actually negative priority. I had Aura Sphere and I had Aerial Ace on it. So I tried to pack as many of those 100% actually moves on it as I could. Okay, so not wanting to really muck around with Tangela, I'm going to swap in my Dusknoir here. Now, this was a sweeping set. I also had Salac Berry on this. I had Shadow Punch, Psych Up Swagger to give them attack boost, and Psych Up back to copy it. And I also had Feint Attack too. Alright, Tangela's going to swap out here, missing the Leech Seed earlier on, not that really mattered that much. Guzzlord is going to come in here, and there's not too much I can do to it. I just went for Shadow Punch here. I thought I could go for Swagger, but it's probably going to get past it, and I'd rather do some damage to this thing because it doesn't really seem to have any form of recovery. I was guessing at this point in the game it was probably a spec set or something along those lines. I wasn't, or Assault Vest, something like that. I wasn't 100% sure which one it was, but one of those two ones. So I just decided to go for as many my strongest attacking moves to try and take it out. All right, so BJ is going to get a BJ boost, and it's going to be pretty scary now. The only thing about Guzzlord is it's pretty slow, so I knew that I could revenge kill it. Alright, so swapping in Persian here, my really last Ray of Sunshine to try and get rid of these really bulky Pokemon. Setting up the nasty plot here. I've got Focus Ash on this set. Now, Persian actually gets some nice moves to it. It gets Swift, which never misses. It also gets Shockwave, which never misses. And these are both going to be powered up by the Technician there. A nasty plot, and I've also got Hypnosis on this set. That Hypnosis was very, very, very shaky at times, so it's sort of like just a desperate move to use. Anyway, so Guzzlord's going to go down to the Swift there. It was pretty good. I actually don't mind Guzzlord in its design and stuff. It's pretty cool UB. Alright, so we have the Slowking doing the double swap out there for the Regenerator. Now, Tangela's going to come in here. Obviously, Tangela really can't do much. It's dead weight. A lot of these Pokemon are really, really affected by the Toxic Spikes too. Their stalling capacity really does go down there. Now, I've got Swift here. There's no way Slowking's going to swap into a Swift, and that's going to be Tangler down here, which is good. So that's another bulky Pokemon out the way. Not that it has the greatest special defense in the world. It's more of a defensive tank there, obviously. All right, so we have Slowking here. I was guessing this could be max health, like most of the time. That's what Slowking is. So I went for the Shockwave here. I knew that it wouldn't kill, but I thought it'd do really nice damage, which it does there. It's quite bulky, obviously. And now it's going to go for the Psychic and take out my Persian there. So that's cool. So we're both down to our last Pokemon. Now, obviously, I was at a type disadvantage, but I did have a little plan to see if I could get through this. Now, I did notice the, obviously, the Slowking is poison there. Now, if you did notice earlier on in the game, I did actually have Endure. So here I went for Endure, not because I knew that I would have got outsped, because I wanted that Toxic to actually do another round of damage. All right, so now he's going to go for the Z move here. Thank God I went for the Endure, because there's no way I would have lived this in a million years. It's going to go for the Psychic one. Basically, this Z move always reminds me of that old Pong game. But, you know, you have the two little paddles on each side, and you play Pong. Yeah, basically you're getting played like a Pong at the moment. Anyway, so obviously they're going to take me all the way down to 1 health with the Endure. I've got the Salic Berry now, but the main thing was the Toxic is going to do a little bit of damage there, putting in at range for me to finish off the Slowking, probably just enough damage there to take it out with the Aerial Ace there. And good game. Hope you guys enjoy this one. It was a fun battle. Okay. So, with next battle we have is against Potter on my chat. This was also a really good battle. These are the two, we had 2 really good battles. Actually, I had 3 really good battles, but all the others, I did have a lot of losses with this team. Obviously, because I was only able to use certain moves, and a lot of the time I was getting walled and just wasn't doing enough damage, those sort of things there. Alright, anyway, so we have a Alolan Ninetales lead here. It's going to set up Aurora Veil. Excuse me. Now, it's got the Aurora Veil up, so that's going to be a real pain in the bum. So going for the Smart Strike here, that probably wasn't the smartest move to do, but it's going to get one-shotted there by the Smart Strike. Even with the Aurora Veil up, it's not going to live that one. Sorry, that's with that pun in there. Okay, so I have the Smart Strike, as you know, the Feint Attack, and the Aerial Ace. Now, there wasn't much I could do against this. Nidoking swaps in. I was a little bit scared of a Flamethrower, so I swapped in to my Dusknoir there. Not that this Dusknoir was very good at checking things, because it was a sweeping set, and its health is trash too. Okay, so Nidoking's going to go for the Earth Growl. Does so much damage. There wasn't much I could... Like, it was a very hard check. Like, none of my team really wanted to swap into that at all. So I didn't have Shadow Seek on this because I was running the Salic Berry there. I mean, it could have come in handy, but obviously with the theme team and stuff, obviously I needed to use Shadow Punch. I didn't really want to go outside the realms of using other attacking moves too. That was part of the challenge. Anyway, so Nidoking's going to take me out with the Ice Beam there. So that's my Dusknoir down. Dusknoir didn't get to do too much in this battle, sadly. Anyways, he does make a return in the bloopers and the bonus battle. You should definitely stick around for that. Some funny stuff there. Okay, so we had Nidoking using Earth Power. Again, I really need to take this thing out. It's a really big problem. Going for the Smart Strike here. This is my most powerful move, and it really does underwhelming damage. Obviously, because of the base power of the move. I mean, if we was using something a lot stronger, then it wouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, so here I was thinking, well, there's just nothing I can swap into. I did think about swapping, but I stayed in instead. Nidoking actually uses Ice Beam there, I guess probably expecting me to swap. I'm going to get the Lychee Berry boost here, and that's going to be enough to take out the Nidoking there with the Smart Strike. I did have Persian too, which I was just going to swap in and finish off the Nidoking afterwards, so I'm not sure how much difference that actually made my Escavalier living. Okay, so we have the Alolan Raichu coming out here. Now, I've got the Lychee Berry boost up. It's going to set up the nasty plot there. I had Feint Attack on this thing, so I knew I had a super effective move. So I knew this would be really, really close, whether it was actually going to kill or not. So it almost killed, just missing the kill by a bit there. And Alolan Raichu is going to go for the T-Bolt and take out my Escavalier there. Obviously, only on 10 health. But that was really good. Escavalier did a nice job there. Okay, so it's in range here to finish off with the Persian. So I can easily go... I can actually go for... I was thinking, should I go for Hypnosis or should I just go for the Swift right off the bat? I thought Hypnosis might be a little bit of a risky play there. Well, then again, it's a risky move in general. But I really wanted to see if I could get a nasty plot up. So the Aurora Veil actually did save the Alolan Raichu from living that one. It's I'd say that's why they set up the nasty plot there. And the Swift is going to be enough to take out the Alolan Raichu and outspeed it, obviously. Okay, so we have Blastoise coming out here. I do have Shockwave, so I was like, okay, cool. I can, I can do this one. Now it's going to be the Mega Blastoise. So I was like, crap. This is going to have a lot more bulk than the, the normal Blastoise. Okay, so I knew that it outspeed. I've got Focus Sash. I knew that I can live the next one. The idea here was just to do as big a dent of damage to this thing as I possibly could. Because once again, it's not an easy Pokemon to swap into, especially with the Pokemon and sets that I'm running. Okay, so Aura Sphere obviously there, which is quite ironic considering what team I'm using. Now, I'm going to hang on by the Focus Sash there. Now I can go for the Shockwave here, which is going to do like really nice damage to the Mega Blastoise, doing just a little bit over 3/4 there. Now it's going to finish me off with the Aura Sphere. But that was a really good effort there from the Persian, taking out the Alolan Raichu and doing a really big dent to the Mega Blastoise, which definitely helped. Okay, so swapping in Roserade now. This is the Magical Leaf Set Technician. I had a feeling that it may not stay against this, but I went for the Magical Leaf there anyway. So Metagross was, at the start of the battle, this was the Pokemon I was most worried about, and Nidoking. They were the two Pokemon I was actually most worried about, because I really didn't have too much to do to them, outside of, like, Escavalier using, like, Feint Attack or something like that. Alright, so I'm going to put the Metagross to sleep with the Sleep Powder. It hits, which is nice. Good old Windows XP too. What a brilliant operating system that was. Anyway, here I can just go for Growth to boost my special attack. There's not too much I could do. I didn't see any guts in setting up Toxic Spikes or anything like that. I really needed to do some damage. Alright, so Metagross is going to snooze for the first bit there. Going to go for the Magical Leaf there. Does okay damage considering it resisted. However, Metagross is going to wake up, uses Zen Headbutt, and it lands, and it's going to take out my Roserade there, obviously in one shot. It's going to be doing so much damage. That's down, so I was like, crap, that sucks. Okay, so I'm not in probably the greatest, I'm not in the greatest position at the moment, because there just isn't much I can actually do to this. So, I have to go for the Smeagol strategy. Going for the Spore here, Metagross is going to go back into a slumber. Now, as this was the bit, I had to decide whether I was going to go for the Belly Drum and just Magnet Bomb right off the bat, or try and go the full way and get the conversion up with the stab and everything too. Okay, so Metagross is going to swap the first turn, obviously knowing Smeagol is going to set up. It's a very set up style Pokemon. Mega Blastoise is going to swap in here, so it's like, crap. I was like, Magnet Bomb is not going to be very effective against it. So I've got the Belly Drum up. I've got the Citrus Berry, which is good. Not that it really matters, because I'm going to get one-shotted by Aura Sphere anyway. We already know that. I know that I'm going to outspeed. It's just whether this was going to be able to kill. So going for the Magnet Bomb here, the mighty Magnet Bomb. No stab or anything. Look at that amazing move. It just lives. I'm so salty. And it's going to be able to finish me off with the Aura Sphere there. So I was like, damn, that would have been really, really good there. So down goes my Smeagol. The last Pokemon, again, the Manfu at the end. Sorry, the Manchow. So, I knew that I could outspeed, right? The problem was that problem wasn't the Mega Blastoise, because I knew that I could finish that one off. Anyway, so going for Aero Ace there, I really need to get back into this one. Okay, so Metagross is going to come back in here. I knew Aura Sphere would probably take about 2 hits to take this thing out, even with max special attack. So, going for that one there, I just didn't want the Metagross to wake up and use Zen Headbutt, or it'd be night-night for my Meowscarada there. Okay, so Metagross stays asleep, which is really good. However, it wakes up, goes for the Bullet Punch. I knew that it wouldn't kill there, which was the main thing there. I didn't have Focus Sash or anything. That didn't actually worry me too much. And I'm going to go for the Aura Sphere and take out the Metagross there, which was nice. So, that was a really good result there. I was happy with that. Their last Pokemon was the Lucario. Now, I knew that I wouldn't be able to outspeed this thing, but I knew that I'd be able to take it out in one shot with max special attack. So here I went for the Endure there. I need that Salac Berry boost. The only thing I was really worried about is if it had extreme speed, then it was GG, but it turned out to be a special set itself. So the Aura Sphere is going to take me down to 1 health. I can see it's got Life Orb there too, so it's definitely a sweeping set. So I've popped my Salac Berry here. Now I'm going to go for my Aura Sphere here. Now, with the max attack, it would have done, I think it would have done at least 100, at minimum, it would have done 110% damage to this, so that crit most certainly didn't matter there. And GG, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Enjoy those bloopers. bye.